welcome back to our YouTube channel. Our topic for today is 3 winning trading psychology, a very unique topic. So for today, the topic we are going to look into what is exactly trading psychology and how can we strengthen or train our trading psychology. Maybe you're not aware that whether we can train or whether we can strengthen our trading psychology or not, and how important is trading psychology when it comes into trading perspective. Some of you might find that maybe 50% very important. Some of you might find that it's 100%. And whether trading psychology is so important in our trading or not, we are going to discuss about this topic later. So let's start with our topic for today. Now, before we start, as usual, we have a disclaimer. Our topic for today is only meant for education purposes. There's no buy or sell call. Now, we're going to start with the first question. What is exactly trading psychology? So some of you start to ask this question to yourself. What is exactly trading psychology? It seems like very difficult to answer because as usual, if you are not able to answer this question, you are normal. I repeat my statement. If you're not able to answer this question, you're exactly normal. Don't worry about it, because trading psychology itself is something that's very abstract. You can't see, you can't touch. There's a reason why these topics somehow is a very difficult topic, because you can't see, you can't touch. So it's about our trading psychology. And what is exactly trading psychology? Some of you might wonder, what is exactly trading psychology? That's why just now I mentioned to you, if you're not able to answer this question, you're normal. Don't worry about it. Now, psychology itself, what is psychology? Just imagine, you sit still, don't do anything, don't think about anything, just sit still, and whatever is flowing in your body right now, they are all being categorized as psychology. So some of you is like, a lot of question mark. What is it exactly? So I repeat, is you're sitting still, you don't do anything, whatever is flowing in your body, this is all categorized as psychology. But don't worry, we have a few components in this psychology itself. Later, we are going to discuss in details, then you'll be able to understand better about this trading psychology. We go step by step here, because this is a very unique topic, as I mentioned to you since the beginning of this topic itself. Now, 3 key components of trading psychology. Once you understand these 3 key components, then you understand very well about trading psychology itself. So what are the 3 key components? The first one will be think. The way you think before your trading, etc. This is all under think. So many of us, we thought that the last step, which is the most important. Later I'm going to share it with you what are the last step. But actually, among the 3 key components of trading psychology, the first step is think, and this is the most important components. Followed by the second key components will be feel. How do you feel? How do you feel? We also need to take into consideration when it comes to trading. And the last part is your action, your do, the action part, the do part. So when it comes to trading psychology, we need these 3 key components, which is your think, your feel, and your do. Many of us, we thought that the action would determine our trading psychology. That's the reason why some of you will say that, hey, trading psychology is like trading mindset, trade discipline. This is totally only part of it. Trading psychology actually encompasses many areas. That's why we summarize into these 3 key components. When we ask you what is trading psychology, you just need to understand that actually it encompasses our think, feel, and do. Then you will understand this trading psychology very well. So not only action, starting from our thinking, how do we think, how do we react, how do we feel, then how do we do, will encompass our trading psychology. So remember, not only action, the steps is our think. How do we think will determine how can we go. So subsequently, we are going to discuss how can we strengthen our trading psychology, or how can we train our trading psychology at the last topic. This is our trading psychology. Now, let us delve into the 3 winning trading psychology. Now, the first trading psychology that you need to understand is understand losses are part of trading. This is many of the traders, they cannot understand that. If you believe that when it comes to trading, many of us, we are in the preparation of making money, because when it comes to trading, we have an objective, we want to make money. But don't forget, losses are part of trading as well. If you cannot accept it, then you are not suitable to go for trading. This is only the first step, understand. But many of the traders, they understand, but they don't accept it. Understanding and accepting it, they are two different things. Meaning you understand losses are part of trading, but when you suffer losses, you cannot accept it. This is totally wrong as well. So remember, when it comes to trading, even no matter how good is your trading strategies, on average, if you really backtest many of the trading strategies, many of the trading system, right, on average, they can only give you 50 to 60 winning rate. Meaning that every 10 contracts that every 10 trades that you are trading, only 5 trades that you are winning. So another 5 trades that you are losing. So you must understand losses are part of trading. So when you understand, you must able to accept it as well. So if you understand but you don't accept it as part of your trading, also no use, because many of them, they understand, but when it comes to losses, right, they tend to lose their mind. For example, they tend not to follow their trading plans that they planned initially. They start to, for example, over leverage when it comes to futures trading. For example, let's say if you prepare 10,000 for one contract, when you suffer losses, you start to use a smaller amount to trade 2 contracts or 3 contracts, etc. Second things, you tend to overtrade. Not only leverage, in terms of leverage, you over leverage, you also overtrade as well, because you want to make profit as soon as possible to cover whatever you already lost previously. Worst scenario is you totally give up. Now, there's certain scenarios. I give you some example. We tend to understand that we need to cut loss. Some of you, if you're following your trading system, you will cut loss. First time, you will cut loss. Second time, you will cut loss. Third time, you will cut loss. If the fourth time, you're still suffering losses, you start to question whether is it my trading plan is correct or not. You start to question a lot of things that you don't used to question previously. And you start to deviate from whatever you have planned and not to follow your trading plan. So when it comes to trading psychology, if you can really understand these 3 winning trading psychology well, trust me, along the way, your trading should be able to be successful. So first thing, understand losses are part of your trading, and please accept losses as part of your trading. Now, second thing is understand the importance of discipline. As I mentioned to you, when it comes to trading, not only your think, your feel, in terms of your do. So discipline is not only in terms of do, your action itself. Starting from your thing itself also is very important. Whether you follow whatever you planned previously, whether you follow whatever you already written down, you already planned, these are all discipline. So when it comes to trading, whether we follow our trading system accordingly or not, or the first time we follow, second time we tend not to follow, when winning we follow, when losing we are not following. Not only losing part, even winning part, some of you tend to take your profit earlier, because you cannot in a way experience going through the experience of when you see that today you have 100 points of profit, but tomorrow when you take profit you only have 50 points of profit. Even worse, when today we have 100 points of profit, tomorrow when you need to cut loss. For example, you need to cut loss at 50 points. So but if you understand that discipline is part of your whole trading and is part of your trading as well, so if you understand and follow through, you should be okay. Now, the last part, which is the most important 3 winning trading psychology, among the 3 winning trading psychologies, the last part is consistency in your decision making. So this decision making in terms of consistency can be in terms of many areas. For example, when it comes to trading plan, you understand trading plans encompass your trading system plus yourself. So ignoring your trading system, if we are looking in terms of yourself, for example, we even going back one step backwards, which is our wealth management. Do you really understand what is your wealth management? What have you planned? For example, if we plan that whatever profit with the target, with the objective that we want to set up an education fund for our children, along the way, if you're making profit, you should not withdraw and spend it, for example, for your tour, spend it for your luxury items, because this is inconsistent with whatever you have planned previously. So you must have a consistency in your decision making, and this can be what we can say is we can do our review based on our performance itself. So make sure that when you make your decision, it is consistent with what you have planned. So when it comes to trading, right, how can we strengthen or how can we train our trading psychology? It's very simple. You imagine there's two dots from whatever you plan until your execution. So these two dots along the way, make sure that we don't deviate from our whatever our planning is. So along the way, we just need to do our review, make sure that we go in tandem with our planning. So when it comes to trading psychology, remember, if you forget everything, you just need to remember three things: your think, your feel, and do. And remember, when it comes to trading, every process involved trading psychology. Some of you thought that during trading only involved trading psychologies. This is totally wrong. Since the beginning, in terms of preparation, pre-trades, during trades, and post-trades also involve trading psychology. If you really understand and you follow the think, feel, do, your trading psychology you shouldn't have any issue. So I just do a quick summary. Remember, when it comes to trading, remember trading psychology encompasses three key components: your think, your feel, and your do. And please bear in mind, when it comes to trading, right, it's not about trading psychology. Trading psychology is not 100%. If you do not have trading skills, it doesn't help in your trading psychology as well. But if you only have trading psychology, you need trading skills as well. If you only have trading skills, you do not have trading psychologists, also cannot. For example, we notice that many of the traders, they learn the same methods, they learn the same trading strategies. Why some of them can be successful, why some of them cannot be? This is because they learn the same trading skills. You still need some trading psychology. Make sure you really understand the trading system or trading methods that you are using. Then you can follow in tandem. For example, your training discipline, you can do, or what we can mention, that you can take the action in accordance, then you will have the end results. So remember, when it comes to training psychology, three parts: think, feel, and do. And training skills and training psychologies need to come in tandem. So these are all the summaries about today's topic. So I hope that you benefit from today's topics itself. In future, if there's any opportunity, we will delve into details about this trading psychology itself. Before I end, remember to subscribe to our YouTube channels and on the notification bell. I'm Ting Ting. I'm going to see you in our next topic. Bye bye.